pop up.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People, and I'm the host, Anthony, that dude Johnson. And to my right, LV the Great. And to my left, Quando Rondo. He actually brought his friend with him today. He goes by the name of Chiron. Chiron wanted to come through and chop it up with us. Yeah. So we got a lot of shit to talk about, but it is Freestyle Friday. The show just starting, so I must ask, how was you men week?
Mine was interesting. Mine was very interesting.
Go ahead and break it down.
I done got it. We done had some inner squabbling and some outer squabbling.
Inner and outer, huh?
Inner and outer, you know what I'm saying? But otherwise than that, my mental health is cool. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Leland been arguing all week. We ain't talked all week. Yeah. But, he's still my brother, man. It is what it is.
I started to have my guys pull up on
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Make sure y'all like and share. We got a lot to talk about. Did you see it on your Facebook? Oh, you ain't on Facebook? If you want to,
well, how they
go to the anyway, Sean?
Yeah.
My week been grooving. You know what I mean? I'm still here like a disco movie.
Yeah. Okay. We got lingo. We got a little lingo.
Y'all know the rap here now and then, you know.
Okay. He said it should be groovy like a disco movie.
Should we get straight to
it? How your week went?
Quando.
How your week went?
My shit been great. The same shit, different day, man. I've been moving. Hey, shit, ain't nothing stop it. It's been the same shit, man.
All right, so Smooth. He said Smooth Daddy.
Shout out to my guy.
Ben, stay here. We got a topic you might want to touch on.
Yeah, you might have to come back.
We got a topic you might want to touch on right now, Ben. We get straight to it. We're gonna talk about this we're gonna talk about this Magic Johnson shit real quick. This is the actual video of Magic Johnson basically telling Kyrie Irving what he needs to do. Let's have this conversation.
Do you think every player should come out and say, I will get the vaccine, I'm vaccinated, and so should you?
Oh, for sure. People listen to them. They follow them. That's very important. Plus, the last thing is this. You have said to your teammates, I'm going to be there for you. Well, you can't be there if you don't get vaccinated. You're letting them down. And then that hurts our chances of winning the championship. I would never do that to my teammates.
Do you think every player should come out and say, I will get the vaccine, I'm vaccinated, and so should you?
Oh, for sure. People listen to them. They follow them. That's
all right, so basically that was Magic Johnson basically saying Kyrie Irving is letting his team down for not getting a shot. I want to go first, and my honest opinion, I feel like Magic Johnson is out of line for the simple fact is this man has HIV, and he's telling another man what he should do with his body. And I'm not going to harp too much on Magic Johnson having HIV, but sir, you got to take care of yourself first before you could ever question a man and how he handles his body. You didn't actually got an actual uncurable disease, and you're trying to convince a man what he should do with his body as far as in taking the shot. And I feel like the criticism is what hurts the most because Magic Johnson is not only an icon in the black people's eyes. He's not only an icon, but he's also an advocate for all sports players. And I felt like what Magic Johnson was doing was he was lighting the fire up under Kyrie, giving the white people exactly what they need. Is more ammunition to drag Kyrie even more, and Magic Johnson should have just minded his fucking business and continue to stay quiet.
All people probably Magic Johnson.
Yeah, what's your
opinion?
He
got a big influence. Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he do. But I mean, everybody has an opinion, regardless of your status, regardless of what you have done in your personal life, social life. You know what I'm saying? In different arenas, everybody has an opinion. And so if he goes somewhere and someone say, well, what's your opinion about the Kyrie thing?
I get what you're saying.
And he give his honest opinion, then it's shunned upon. But if he just said, oh, let the man do what he want to do, he don't want to take it, he don't want to do it, then he ain't got to do it.
I feel like that's why he should have responded. Because we're talking to a man that has a terminal disease.
So you didn't want him to be real. Because if he had AIDS, he can't give his honest opinion.
No, it ain't because he has AIDS. It's just that with Magic Johnson, we all know it's one of those don't ask, don't tell. We want you to stay alive, sir, but we don't question your health because we want you to stay alive. Magic Johnson should just be on that. The same way he treats HIV, he don't talk about it. don't talk about another man and his shot taking.
Because he knows. See what? And I ain't gonna go too far off. I'm gonna pass it to you.
No,
Okay.
I feel
So
that too.
he knows that mRNA have been used to treat HIV for years.
He knows the thing he took.
The thing that he took and that they giving everybody else have been used to treat AIDS and to prevent AIDS.
How do you know that though?
I read.
You know that though.
I know
Is
that.
that factual? Is that factual?
That's factual. And so, hold on. And during the show, Google it, and then you can and you'll see for yourself where they got articles where they was using the MRA in Africa on women, trying to prevent them from getting AIDS. The same.
Janice
drug.
Janice said that Magic had issues wanting players. Magic had issues with players wanting to play with him, and that's my point exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point exactly. Is he should understand where Kyrie Irving is coming from because niggas didn't want to play with you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Nobody wanted to
saying?
play with his ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I didn't want niggas to play with his ass. Like this nigga.
That was on them though.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Chiron, our guest today? What's your opinion on Magic Johnson coming out speaking on Kyrie Irving? What do you feel about it?
I just feel like he should have just, left that question alone.
He should.
Everything.
So
I ain't gonna speak on that. On to the next one.
Yeah.
So what can we speak on? Is everything off limits?
No.
As far as that situation there, I don't think he should have spoke on it.
Not with him having HIV.
It's a double
So
standard.
because-
He gonna get criticized. He gonna get It's gonna go both ways with it.
So if
I
he
would have just
don't-
left it alone.
If he leaves it alone, then they say, well, they think Magic condition had him unwantedly want to criticize the players when he was criticized when he was playing.
No.
so
Nobody
now
would have
he
brought.
becomes-
Nobody would have brought. Hey, nobody would have brought Magic up if he didn't say nothing. Period. Point blank.
You say what?
I turn it.
Nobody brings Magic up if he don't say nothing about it.
Bring about Magic having the AIDS? Yeah, well, they no longer don't, but they did.
They
didn't
wouldn't
wanna
have.
play with him.
They wouldn't have brought it up if he didn't say nothing about it.
Back when he got
I'm
diagnosed?
talking about right now, man.
Okay.
If you don't say nothing about, please, hey, you should take the virus vaccine, man.
So AIDS means you have zero opinion, zero voice.
No, basically,
AIDS
he
mean
would have
you
said
ain't
shit.
worry
We
about
wouldn't be
yourself.
talking about this.
AIDS mean worry about yourself.
Worry about your own
Right.
business.
That's like
But they asked his opinion.
Okay, yeah, it's
I
okay.
mean, now they asked him.
Well, they did.
They asked him.
If they asked his opinion, he had a choice to voice it or
I'm gonna stay out of
leave
that.
it as.
Carl said, Magic know he wrong as fuck. He is. He wrong as fuck for even making it. Like I said, he was turning Kyrie Irving into the scapegoat for all NBA players that don't want to get it because we're talking about it.
Kyrie got HIV.
Yeah,
Nigga, Kyrie ain't got no goddamn HIV. Shut the fuck up.
He got something just as deadly.
No, it ain't, nigga.
Or he can get contacted with something just as deadly.
Unless you put your dick in a motherfucker.
That's
That's the difference. That's the difference.
Pause.
That's the difference
Pause.
between the virus.
Woo, where the referee at? Where the
Shit,
referee?
you.
Pause.
You,
Pause.
the flagrant is on you. You got the yellow
Pause.
flag
Time out.
for back and Magic.
Time out. So here go the thing. You can't get AIDS airborne. You can get COVID airborne. You can't get AIDS, you know what I'm saying, by you going into a restaurant and a motherfucker with AIDS sit down at the same table you sit at. And they got up before you got up and you came sat down and they done coughed on the shit. Next thing you know, you got the vid. That's killing motherfuckers within days.
Yeah,
And so the shit is a little different now because
It's different. But guess what? The shit that he had was way stronger at the time. And motherfuckers was not throwing his bitch ass under the bus.
I agree.
well, the age of information wasn't popping back then. Back in the 90s and 80s, it wasn't technology and information and everything to what we have now.
Understand
not
what
the
you're
same.
saying, but guess what? We knew what that was, right? We know what that
I didn't know
was.
what AIDS was.
Oh, you
I
didn't?
thought it was for Blade.
Oh, you thought it was cool?
And I thought that.
Did you think it was cool?
No, I thought it was
Well,
for
shut the
Blade.
fuck up.
I thought it was for
Nobody
Blade.
thought AIDS is
Okay.
cool. Nobody
Who
thought
thought?
AIDS is
Yeah,
cool.
who thought?
Okay then.
Nigga, you-
So ain't nobody throw his bitch ass under the bus like
They
nigga,
did.
get the fuck.
They threw him out the league.
They didn't throw him out the league. He stepped out of the league when he wanted to step out of the league.
He
He
announced
still
his
played.
retirement.
He still played All-Star game.
Fall back.
Yeah, he
Hold on.
played back on his own.
Listen,
They didn't kick him out the
so
league.
when he found out he had AIDS, he came
Shut up.
on now.
You don't even know it.
Retired.
Evidently, you don't know nothing about basketball.
What is that? What are you talking
You don't know
about?
nothing about basketball.
So when he announced that he had AIDS, did he retire?
No, he still played. He still played the
No, he
All-Star
played
game.
back later.
He still played.
He still played.
He
He backed out on his own.
But he played only like one season, half the
He
season.
didn't play a whole season. He didn't
It wasn't a whole season left. It
Like
wasn't a whole season
Man,
left.
Google it,
But
man.
at-
32 games.
Google it, man.
It wasn't a whole season
You can
left.
Google what
Okay,
you
listen,
said.
man.
You just
When
say
you
anything
quit
out of
stop,
his head.
when you stop talking, it wasn't
You
a whole
just say
season
anything.
left. The man played a whole All-Star game. How could you play an All-Star game if motherfucker wasn't backing you? He played in the All-Star game
When he had AIDS?
when he had AIDS.
Are
When
you
he had
sure?
AIDS. I'm positive.
So
Man,
when did he?
hey,
So
don't-
when did he
in the
announce his
All-Star game?
retirement?
Fucking right.
Yeah, he did.
When
So
did
guess
he-
what?
when
Guess
did he
what?
announce
Guess
his
what?
Originally
retirement?
announced his retirement when he originally got it before he even played. When they found out he got it, he retired that day. Then
Exactly.
but he came back that season, bro.
I'm not saying
no,
he
the
didn't.
next season. The next season. Like
Man,
He
listen here.
retired when he found out that he had it. You can do all
Yeah,
that.
he did.
You're not telling me nothing about no basketball because you're not a
Well,
basketball player.
listen to
You're
you.
the fucking.
Neither is you.
You're not even.
You didn't have the credit.
You're the water boy. You're a
You
water
didn't have
boy.
the credit.
You're the water boy. And you're the homie water boy. Hey,
all right, let me read Heather's comment. Heather said, or maybe
The
he's
sound
looking.
don't count.
no.
Shout out to Heather. She said, or maybe he's looking at it like, no one out here speaking out and advocating to us basketball players about being sexually promiscuous, while we out here, he's advocating for safety. It's
Who?
always one of those things that people believe can't happen to me. Well, we talking about.
Well, hold on. Go ahead.
We talking about how he's not being an advocate for AIDS. He's being an advocate for the vaccine, and that's the problem. Is how can you, sir? I don't want to say.
Well,
that.
hold on,
I'm saying.
Go ahead.
I'm saying, how the fuck is you speaking up for another situation, and you was the only person in the NBA that had AIDS, and kept playing,
But the
That's
players
not
didn't
true.
want him to play.
And they didn't want him to play. Sharon.
Say it again.
You go ahead. You go
Are
ahead.
y'all ready to jump?
Huh?
topic?
Hold on. Y'all want to jump?
No.
Well, hold on. I want to touch on what
I want to
Heather
hear what the
said.
fuck you talking about.
Because, well, Heather, do you smoke cigarettes? Do you drink?
Oh, you on
Real
some other,
food.
you on some other
Because-
shit, man.
hold on, time
We
out.
talking about
All
Magic
these
Johnson and
things-
AJ Cole.
If you do, can you bring some now?
Hold on. Because all of these things can cause you
That's not-
issues that can affect your life.
Your health.
And so she talked
See
about
that?
promiscuous sex,
Better
and
believe.
Magic was fucking bitches and promoting promiscuous sex. No, he was having sex without a condom, and I ain't never knew a nigga that wore a condom in my
He
life.
contracted it,
Huh?
but still playing
I
basketball.
don't know niggas that wear condoms.
Damn.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you know a lot of motherfuckers with AIDS.
Nuh-uh. I know a lot of motherfuckers with a lot of babies. You know what I'm saying? I know some motherfuckers. I know a lot of motherfuckers with a lot of motherfucking babies. I don't know nobody that got no AIDS or no HIV that I'm aware of.
Cheryl keep coming for you tonight. She said it must be the vodka, must be the Leela Cup. All right, so
Who's
let's jump
Cheryl?
topics.
Who?
That's your homegirl, Cheryl. You know her, Miss Wright.
Let me see Cheryl Wright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Y'all always talking shit to each other.
Don't get on here now, Miss. Don't get on here now. I got something.
We're going
for
to the
you.
next one, man. Cause
All right, so another topic. So the alphabet community had an event
Magic.
outside of Netflix,
And
basically
Kyrie.
protesting against Dave Chappelle. And this is the actual footage of a man that was trying to convince the trans community / alphabet community that Dave Chappelle is actually just telling a joke. You guys should let him tell his free jokes. This is the actual footage of how it was handled by the LBG community as this guy was just holding up a sign saying he likes Dave Chappelle. This is the actual video.
Why is he breaking my sign? Why is he breaking my sign? Don't have free speech rights? Don't have free speech rights as well as you? Oh, look, there's such a... He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! Oh, do you want me to drop my weapon? Yes. Okay. Get in me. There's my weapon.
We're not trying to have any discussion.
I'm not discussing anything.
You're talking We're trying not to have any discussion.
I'm just here to say that jokes are funny, people. Dave Chappelle is a funny guy. I love Dave.
That what I took it
All right,
as.
so basically,
That what I thought.
So basically, what happened was this guy was just holding up a sign, basically saying Dave Chappelle is dope, Dave Chappelle is funny, it's just jokes, stop being so sensitive. And they ripped the sign, broke it, and it made a little sharp edge to it. And then they start screaming, "He has a weapon." So with a person having a weapon, they're going to ask him to leave the rally, and that was the whole point of them doing that. And as you can see, this butch-looking lady
They planned that out. That
no, they didn't plan it out that far. They didn't intentionally plan it out, but they're smart enough. He has a weapon. He needs to leave. And they, you know, you got to understand, man, this LBG community is starting to look like a lot of Karens in certain situations because this man, he has the right to think Dave Chappelle is funny. This man has the right to think that jokes should be just jokes. And that's what's wrong with society. The world is not just too sensitive. The world is taking away the best form of art, which is comedy and laughter. The people that laugh the most live the longest. And you're taking that away because this man was telling jokes and he always has these. He had jokes about Koreans. He's had jokes about
shit. I would be 150.
Police.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the motive and why. And then they said Dave Chappelle ghosted him. We got to speak on that too. They invited him to the thing, and then they said Dave Chappelle ghosted him. You can't ghost somebody. I can invite you to anything I want. If you don't agree to coming, that don't mean you ghost me. I say, hey, Leland, you want to come to my event? And you don't respond.
Hell no, nigga.
Yeah, and you don't respond. That's not you ghosting me. That's you didn't show up. So now the tabloids are saying not only did Dave Chappelle ghost him, they're trying their fucking hardest to take out this beautiful artist when it comes to comedy.
You can't take out the funniest motherfucker. Hey, one of the funniest motherfuckers in the world. You're not gonna be.
They're trying though hard. Dog.
Okay,
But I don't feel like. What did he say? Because he said that those.
He did. Just the topics he touched on it, basically.
Those two. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I seen it.
Did you think it was funny?
Yeah, fucking right.
I think it was hilarious.
Fucking right.
Now,
It's funny.
I don't understand what he said so bad. All he said was that those boxes ain't the same. UPS box, FedEx boxes is different.
I don't remember that. That's really what he said?
That's what he said. He said that. Well, he said those pussies ain't the same. One bleeds beet juice.
And what else he say?
He said one bleeds beet juice. Do you get what I'm saying? And that was the end of the joke. And so, throughout the comedy, he was sitting up talking about how he had met a transgender woman and he had pushed her through comedy.
Yeah, I remember.
And helped her do comedy, and she ended up committing suicide.
Wow.
Because of the backlash that she was getting from the community for fucking with Dave Chappelle.
Was it? No, I thought it was because the backlash she was getting from the community because she was just a transgender comedian.
Right.
Yeah,
but she was getting pushback from the community because she was best friends with Dave Chappelle. And Dave Chappelle,
I don't think the community knew they were friends. She
was opening up for him.
Yeah, she was opening up.
She was opening up.
Yeah, she was opening up for him. Yeah, so he was taking her on the road.
How long ago was this?
That's a good question. He never gave specific dates. He never gave
how long
to
ago
me, I still think it's an
where?
imaginary person. To me.
Why?
Because I never heard of this. I never heard of this story.
Because
Dave
it's not
Chappelle-
that big of a deal.
Well,
You
is
done
that-
had Sydney Starr running around this motherfucker for 30 years.
Yeah, Sydney Starr. You're right.
And she, hold on, time out. And she ain't fully opted.
She got a penis
And she's been on shows. Man, we had RuPaul running around this motherfucker since I was 8.
That's true.
Yep.
For sure.
And so y'all go ahead. How you feel?
All right, Rob, what's your opinion on the Dave Chappelle, the guy? I think we should show the video for the people that just came in. This is the actual video. We discuss it right now. This is the young man that was just trying to explain to the LBG community. Dave Chappelle was just telling jokes. Let me get this video one more time because there's more people that just came in.
Oh, well, before you play it, because they're talking about that, she said she got pushed back because she defended him on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
So let's watch the video one more time for the people that just came in.
Why is he breaking my sign? Why is he breaking my sign? Don't have free speech rights. Don't have free speech rights calling you. Oh, look, there's such a... He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! Oh, you want me to drop my weapon? Yes. Okay. And leave. There's my weapon.
We're not trying to have a discussion.
I'm not discussing it.
All right, so, and I like what Heather said. I want to read Heather's comment. Heather said, these people are Karens. Have they not listened to any comedians in the history of comedians? They clown everyone who cares. It's funny as hell. And I'm telling you, this is going to ruin society. The cancel culture that's being created by a bunch of sensitive motherfuckers that was hiding in the closet, and now they're out. They're the bullies. And I'm telling you that we have to change the narrative. Who gives a fuck? You're gay. I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? You chopped your box off. I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck?
Listen, you chop your box
do what
off.
you want to do. Stop trying to cancel people for not understanding your views. There's a lot of white friends that I have that don't understand the views of being a black man, but I still love them. As long as they're willing to understand and comprehend what I'm trying to tell them, they're still my friends. So why the fuck are you different?
Regardless of the fact.
Regardless of the fact. So I'm going to start calling the LBG community Karens because they are a little hard on just regular society.
Oh, boy looked like an alphabet, one of them alphabet boys, the one that was trying to defend. So I won't say all of them. But let's go to.
Oh, LB, what'd you say about Caitlyn Jenner? Bring that up, bro. You was just talking about Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, I mean, because
is that a true story?
Yeah, he was Woman of the Year.
He was.
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, Woman of the Year.
Bruce Jenner.
Is that first off? He was Athlete of the Year, I believe. One time.
Yeah, Athlete of the Year.
How the fuck male athlete?
Right on Wheaties box.
On Wheaties box.
Olympic star.
This is how blind we have to be to society, and this is why this is the smartest dumb people. We're so blind to society, we will watch a man that won Male Athlete of the Year,
and then
20 years later win Woman of the Year.
Well, to me, it's the women that should be offended, because you've been going through mental issues.
I hope they didn't shut us down.
Why you say that?
Because all of a sudden my video just did any of y'all videos go out? We good? We good? Yours did?
No, I'm just saying, I'm like you though. Hey, women been women for all their life.
You got yours
and
back.
then,
I got mine.
hey,
I'm in.
Motherfucker turn woman 1 year, and then you woman of the year.
30 days? Hold on. Time out. Now, women been going through post-traumatic syndrome.
Hey, make sure in these comments, y'all do not get blocked. Y'all, I understand this is a sensitive topic, but for all of our Facebook followers and
we might not have to stay heavy on it.
Yeah, we don't have to stay heavy on it, but just make sure y'all being very structured with your comments because they will block your ass if you say some weird shit.
So, hold on. So, this man...
Michelle. Shout out to Michelle. She new in the comments. We appreciate you, Michelle. Thank you for following us.
So, this man turned not even a woman, delusional and take a red or blue pill. He in the Matrix right now. He ain't even in the real world.
Your boy Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Bruce. And so I think that women should be offended, especially women that didn't gave birth, especially women that went through the cramps, the headaches, the back pains, all this shit that come along with menstrual cycles and
the shit y'all put us through. Shit y'all put us through.
And womanhood. And then a man come along, switch to a woman for 6 months, and he got bravery and courage, and he's woman of the year.
So they got the money.
And the woman ain't said, and y'all not offended?
I think so, but
they not offended?
That is a title. That's a fucking bullshit ass title. Who gives a fuck about
They
a
taking
title?
over.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They doing more than the ladies nowadays.
Oh man, they kicking ass.
Look at Lil Nas X. Look at that video. You ain't never seen a lady
I think
or
Lil Nas X
nobody.
came out and said that he's
That's
not
what
A video like that.
That's the next woman of the year.
Brandy said y'all.
Yeah, he gonna be
next woman of the
the
year.
next
Brandy
woman
said
of the
they
year.
don't care.
Brandy, y'all don't care, but then y'all care for men, but then y'all sit up and call a man sexist. Or then y'all sit up and say that y'all don't get equal rights. And then so then they bring a man into your gender and put him on top of y'all. And y'all been doing this shit
They
for
cool
30,
with
40
that.
years. They cool with that. But as soon as the nigga say, but as soon as a man say,
A man
as soon as a man
is
say,
woman of the year?
it's woman of the year. But as soon as a man say,
Right.
well, she can't be a referee in the NFL because this is a man's sport. You got women, he's
A white man.
He's a misogynist. He's hateful. Look, what is he doing? But then, when you have a man enter into your gender for 6 months, and society say, this is the woman of the year?
Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna take that back about Lil Nas X.
Take it back. Now, why?
He black, he
Why?
ain't gonna get woman or nothing.
He just
He just gonna be
nothing.
him.
But Lil Nas X is not trying to be a woman,
But
though.
look,
Not yet. Not yet.
He's not trying to be a
Hey, you never know what the next step is.
No, that was a subliminal. I get that.
Nobody did that.
I get
though.
that,
I ain't
but
never seen nobody do that.
You don't know if it's subliminal.
He just said that
Barack
his
Obama
Shit.
sent him a baby
He
shower
ready to get
gift.
bucks. He ready to put a buck
When he
up.
was playing pregnant like he was birthing the album, Barack Obama sent him a baby shower.
his publishers did, not him. Barack
He had to
Obama,
get
Man, ain't
permission.
no such.
Barack Obama publishers.
How do you know that?
Because
No,
all right,
no,
so
no.
all right, so
You don't know.
LeBron James posts about 3 times a day on Facebook. Did you know that? Do you
I-
think it's LeBron posting?
I
Answer the
don't
question.
know that,
All right,
but
so
do
LeBron,
you know that?
I'm
Do you
about-
know
I'm
that?
about to break it down to you, sir. When you get that type of money,
break it down to you,
when you get that type of money, you got 10 niggas working for you, and their job is to make sure your image stays healthy. Okay? So when we get to where we gotta go, I'm always gonna be my own publicist. I'm always gonna be my own writer. I'm always gonna be my own whatever.
You gave Nas X a present.
You
As a
motherfucking
publicist?
hell, no.
Okay,
He ain't never had
so
no
what are
baby.
you
I got
talking about then?
sisters, a
He said,
mother.
he gave him a
daughter.
baby shower present.
Yeah.
Why though?
You're terrible.
He
man.
really not having
You,
a
yeah,
baby.
your
You're
shit
not-
ain't valid.
I'm telling you, this is
Any
right.
day LeBron's age, okay,
We
I'll
gotta-
give up if you
we
got
have-
10 people.
Leave it. Attack some of the comments, please. Can you?
What we got here? We got Michelle. He did that so people would talk, and they did. Facts. Brandy, society say,
Man, who got
I
who
still say he's a man, so that's why I don't care
That's the word.
his
We got
business
26 minutes
if he
left.
wants to
Not long.
prance around. Okay, but when people call him a man, Bruce Jenner, when people call him a man, they get called to the carpet. But when someone say that you as a woman don't really go through that much,
Did you-
and you ain't really been through nothing, and you ain't been start bleeding since you was 12, and now you 40, you know what I'm saying, and 38 years of this bullshit. And then someone that comes in that haven't never experienced that.
Victoria
What
said
it takes to be a woman.
Victoria said, shout out to her. She's new in the chat. Really, she said everyone needs to stop being so motherfucking sensitive. Grow the fuck up.
Period.
Get a motherfucking
Period.
spine. Learn how to take goddamn. Learn how to
There
take
you
a
go,
goddamn
baby.
joke. He gets paid to make jokes. People will
That's it.
I
need
agree
to
with that.
learn to not make everything so goddamn personal.
I agree with that.
Shout out to you, Victoria.
Don't watch the jokes.
I agree with that. That makes what they say. But Bruce Jenner also gotten weird ass Hollywood motherfuckers backing him. I mean, listen,
They're not gonna say nothing about him.
Yeah, you know y'all know who in play. You know what I'm saying? Like Dave Chappelle said on that show, the baby can kill a nigga at Walmart.
No
career
backlash.
don't hit a hitch.
No backlash.
Sit up and say, fuck AIDS. He ain't got AIDS. Career take a nosedive.
Yeah.
Like you said, you can kill niggas, but don't make fun of gays.
Is the Jenner boy still carrying the stick? Or he done?
No, he a millionaire. You know he bending.
I mean, both of his daughters like billionaires. They good.
His
The
daughter.
whole family. So
Yeah,
basically
Swimming
the
in it.
family won the war for him because the man or the woman, wherever.
What, he's still in the hospital?
No, this shit been on. This nigga got a boyfriend.
I thought he got the super job.
Yeah.
But that's what
got a
happens.
boyfriend.
That's what happened when you fuck with the Kardashians.
I guess.
Guess who it is?
Hey,
a nigga.
You got
goddamn
He got a
nigga.
black man. Caitlyn Jenner got the
Y'all keep calling him Caitlyn. Come on.
What
man.
is it?
Bruce.
man, a man named Caitlyn Jenner.
Bruce.
You see I say the man with a lady named
He
Caitlyn.
got a nigga. The nigga got a nigga.
Bruce.
All right, yo, let's
All
talk.
right,
We've
yeah,
been on this
go
topic long
switch up.
enough.
Go
This is
switch up.
LB's topic. Charleston White comes out with a video of him calling the police
Oh, story
on a
proof.
man, calling the police on a man that was threatening him from prison with a cell phone. Charleston White is a well-known podcaster slash activist that
They
is
got
in the
motherfuckers out the
community.
penitentiary.
Yeah.
And then got
That's in the
kids out
community
the
heavy.
penitentiary that then did some real shit that then went to colleges.
Well, he recently posted a video of him snitching on a guy that's been threatening him from the prison cells with a cell phone. So this is the actual video of Charleston White. This is LB's video. Let's check.
Hi, you've reached the State of California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, Office of Victim and Survivor Rights and Services voicemail box. Please leave a detailed message with your name, area code and phone number, and the offender's information that you're calling about, and we will return your call at our earliest convenience. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Charleston White. I'm a victim of a crime by a guy of a rolling 50 Crip. They call him 55 Street Crip, baby OG baby snaps. He got a cell phone in prison and he's making threats to victims via social media. He's recording threatening videos that's very terrifying in a prison cell in the dark, and he's making gang threats.
Hi, you've reached the State of California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, Office of Victim and Survivor Rights and Services voice.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the actual video of Charleston White basically calling the motherfucking feds, telling them that this man is threatening me from the prison cell, saying when he get out, he's been into it with the Rolling 60s lately. He's been into it with the Rolling 60s
Not the
lately.
Rolling 60s, Rolling 50s, which is the Crip Mac, which is the, have you ever seen the fat?
But he was into it with the Rolling
like
60s. He was into it.
Well, he been into it with all California Crips and Bloods. He think that gang members is despicable. That's what he say. He said gang member is despicable. He said they the worst.
So the question of the
individuals.
day, LB, would be what? So I'm gonna let you ask the question because this is your video. The question of the day was what? Should be.
Is it snitching?
Hell no. Well, again, I'm gonna explain this to you like let me tell you why it's not. Like Styles P said, I'm a civilian. I'm a civilian, sir.
Snitching.
Listen. All right, so LeRon, if a nigga,
he don't do all that.
Right. He ain't from the streets.
Yeah.
It's
He's a civilian.
snitching still.
He can be a snitch.
Okay, he's snitch.
Civilians should tell when they see a crime.
Is the police snitches?
That's a snitch ass
LeRon,
nigga.
All right.
So everybody should be from the streets and live by the street code. The code that's not real. Because every crime that's committed on the street.
Hey.
Every
I'm
crime. Hold on, bro.
No, I'm asking for y'all. Ask me first, correct?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. And you
yes,
your head back.
It's snitching. That's
Brandon,
some snitching ass nigga
Brandon
shit.
said, I'm telling.
Snitching ass nigga shit.
Okay. Why? Hold on. Tell me why.
That's it. That's my answer.
No, why? You just can't say that, then cut it off.
Because the nigga snitch.
Why? What's your opinion?
Hey, Ron,
Because
go ahead. If you're not from the streets, say you ain't about none of that shit, and somebody call you, threaten you, that's from the streets, and you know he about that, man, what you gonna do? You ain't got no defense.
I like Shy.
Who the fuck gonna help you? You ain't got no defense. You ain't got no guns. You ain't got no homies. You ain't got no homies. You got no motherfucker to run with.
Y'all ask,
if you got brothers, they ain't most.
Y'all ask me a simple question.
He just made it even simpler.
That's snitching.
It's not snitching
So
to
you
him.
gonna snitch when all you got is yourself to back
It might be
you up.
snitching to you,
A
me,
street
us,
dude.
a street motherfucker. You know what I mean?
It ain't snitching to me. I ain't no street nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, it's life.
And
You know what I mean? Every motherfucker telling. I just don't try to put myself in no position to where I'm gonna be told on.
That nigga talk a lot of shit like he about this and this.
Well, he got security guards. He got.
No, he ain't got that.
I got guns, this, that.
And that nigga tell me-
Nigga, don't call no goddamn police when you act like you got heat on top of heat and I'm ready for whatever. The nigga got in multiple videos, niggas
You
like,
gotta build a case.
yeah, I understand that.
He was
And
talking
so-
like that.
Yeah.
Hey, look. You
nigga.
well, hold on, time out.
I got to see
Hold on,
that.
time out.
Right.
You gotta listen. He just gonna be. What he do is he say, "Y'all on the internet threatening me. I'm gonna turn
He's
this
not
in.
wrong.
Y'all on video.
He's not
so
wrong.
if y'all come try to do something to me,
They know
I'm gonna book that case."
But guess
And
what?
he pull out his guns.
Yes.
He got bear
What?
spray. He got all kinds of shit.
got
He said,
bear
"Come
spray.
on,
This is ready."
If a motherfucker threaten you and they come after you and you do what you're supposed to do anyway, you're gonna get off any goddamn way. You don't have to call the goddamn police.
That's self-defense.
You don't have to call the police,
That's
nigga.
self-defense.
How they gonna know?
Man, cause it's on video,
They're
nigga.
gonna know when his ass laid out right there.
Nigga, don't be no
So-
bitch ass nigga and call the goddamn police.
Hold on. So
Yeah,
hold on. Time out. So hold on. Time out. So you said calling the police
Is a bitch ass nigga sitting
for street dudes or anybody?
for a nigga that's claim they got guns and talking
He
about what
said
they
he ain't
talking
from the
about.
streets. He said he's not a street
But it's a
dude.
difference if you talking this shit though. You gotta
Yeah.
leave it all alone. If you ain't from the streets, you got to stay up out that kind of shit though.
Well,
That's all I'm
Just
saying.
because you ain't from the street don't mean you gotta be scary.
You gotta mind your manners with a nigga that's from the streets.
All right, so time out,
Respect that shit.
time out. Not to bring
You
up,
feel me?
not to bring up examples, but sometimes you find yourself in situations you can't get out of.
Period. So you call the police.
Yeah, like you turn to a bitch. So you turn to a bitch after you've been talking hard. You've been talking hard like I got this, I got this. Hey, whatever you want to do.
That'll
And you
be-
run them on. Hey. The man been saying on other videos,
Yeah.
nigga, if you run up on me, I got this. I'm doing this.
All right.
Nigga, don't turn to a bitch now and get to calling the police.
Well, hold on.
You know he did. Hey,
He's
said,
not a street dude. Well, what
Are
you
you
know how
talking
many
about?
hunters? Hold on. You know
So
how many
why are you
hunters-
talking about?
Hold on. Do
Sit
you
down,
know how
man.
many hunters that got shit right now?
He just called his bluff. That's all.
You know how many hunters?
Somebody
You know how many
called
white dudes got an arsenal, got a motherfucking cash
for an
shit
army, for an
of
army.
an army. Okay. And say, and will say, y'all can pull up here if you want to. You can pull up here if you want to. I guarantee
Man,
you won't leave this property.
Do not.
And so,
don't
when it's
wait.
a black man.
No. Don't talk
that
about.
is armed,
That's true, Leland.
that is armed,
Speak it.
and say that if you pull up on me, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna leave
So
here.
why are you
But I'm
calling
not
the
a street
police?
dude. But I'm not a street dude. And so I'm a law-abiding citizen. That's why I'm calling the police. That's the same way if you pull up to one of these ranches out here in Elkhorn, Nebraska,
You're talking about some
and
ranches,
they don't know
man.
your car, what are we talking about?
Man, I'm
North
talking-
Omaha?
I'm talking about.
They ain't the only place with guns, is that?
What are we talking about? No Omaha.
What are you talking
Nigga,
about?
ain't no
Ranches?
Omaha.
You talking about ranches?
You
Like
talking about
guns
ranches,
ain't there.
nigga. Ain't nobody
You
talking about
saying
ranch
like
but
guns
you.
ain't there.
Ain't nobody talking about a ranch but you.
But
You
Rob,
saying
you gotta-
like guns
you
ain't
gotta-
there.
Is this a topic or argument?
This
Goddamn it!
is
Y'all-
a topic.
We
This
debating.
is
We
every
do this
time.
all the time.
Man,
Why y'all
this nigga that called the police.
You got to let him go though, cause he is that shit.
The nigga that called the police been talking multiple situations with other people. Like, nigga, if you pull up on me, I got my brother.
So because
nigga, I'm legal.
So
I'm legal.
But them niggas on his level, probably.
All right, so tell me this.
This other nigga ain't on his level. He's way above him.
So tell me this. So he talking cash shit. That makes him a pussy because he like, I don't want to smoke, but if the smoke come to me, this is what I have. Boom.
No, you sound like a bitch ass nigga because
that's kind of like fucked up. If you on video talking all this shit, if a motherfucker want to do something, I got them things and yeah.
No, it's the hood mentality that we can't get rid of.
Now I'm calling it over.
No, that ain't.
Everybody get a chest talk. Who's talking?
Hood or not? You know what I mean? That's not cool. You know what I mean?
You don't talk that smoke and then you call the police.
Well, hold on. Don't bring the smoke to me, sir. Don't come to me with no street shit when I'm telling you I'm not a street dude. Because then if he takes that path, he's losing.
And
but so, if you know his MO,
and he telling you
should know better.
I'm not a street dude. And so if he goes street with them, right, and he go out in the street and say, well, I'm outside, y'all see me, I see me.
Oh no.
And he thinking they got a pistol.
That don't mean you gotta call the police. That don't mean you gotta call the police.
And
nobody call
out and shoot him.
Don't call the police hotline if you claim you talking that shit.
Even though this street dude got felonies and don't even ride with a gun. He's legal.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me end this one.
You know how many street
Can I end this one with this? Let me end this. Hey,
everybody got to get a chance.
Let me end this one with this. You don't call the police on the nigga already in jail.
What are you talking about?
That's big shit.
Huh?
Ain't none of my conversation.
Hold on, time out. You know, if you in the
we gotta get some comments. We have to.
I gotta answer that.
Police on the nigga that's already in jail.
Hold on, time out. But this house.
Lock his ass up again.
This how
bitch ass
nigga. This how silly niggas is. Because if I'm in jail and I know I got something that I'm not supposed to have, I'm not gonna jump on my cell phone and start making threats when I know that all somebody gotta do is say, this man is making threats. He got a cell phone.
Basically, you should know who you knew who you were fucking with.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? Both of them, you know what I mean? You can look at this shit both ways.
And so you gotta have more sense. Everything is just some weird, wild, and violent that you can be.
Why do niggas think? All right, so I got a question. Why do niggas think the hood got to be the Wild Wild West? Why? There's civilians in the hood. I don't have to shoot you because you're threatening to shoot me. I don't have to pull my gun to prove to you I'm willing to shoot you. Now, granted, if you just protecting yourself, that's different. But why does the black community have to be the fucking Wild Wild West? We don't have no sheriffs.
The Wild Wild West.
The Wild Wild West is just a bunch of fucking cowboys.
That's some white boys. But that was shooting going under, going west.
Go ahead. You from Shaw, ain't you?
We've been tricked, man. We've been had, man. We've been bamboozled, hood, all that good shit, man. They got us.
Well, we sit there arguing about a man being a snitch because he called the police.
But listen, it's not the police. But you gotta look at this shit, man. It's not back in the days. See, when I came up, man, it was like, you tell on a motherfucker, you're not coming back around. Nobody's gonna see you. You're not coming back to this hood. You know what I'm saying? But as the years, go on, things change.
So what do you think? Do you think that Charles White was wrong?
Hold on. What do you think?
I can't listen.
But what you
like
think
I said, where I come from, man, the world is so different now, bro. We are so divided, so apart, man. It don't make no sense, bro. You hear me? Man, you can't even really speak on that.
But why? All right, so I gotta say this again, Lauren.
Why?
He can be right.
He pay taxes.
He can be right to
he
you.
He pay taxes. $100,000 plus a year in taxes. Police are taxes. Should he not call somebody that will serve and protect him because I'm black? Because that's what you're saying.
The nigga was laughing.
That's what you're saying, Lauren.
I'm telling you. After the nigga made the call, he was laughing after his call.
Who gives a fuck? He laughing because he knows the rules.
Thank
you.
That bitch ass nigga shit.
No,
why? Because a dumb nigga know that he's doing something illegal.
I'm in the middle of, give me like 10 minutes.
The nigga doing something illegal, and you got a cell phone, and you on YouTube.
You the nigga talking rah rah. If you run up on me, nigga, I'm gonna blast your ass.
You can't say that and notify the police.
You a whole ass nigga
in the penitentiary.
You's a whole ass nigga. If you talking that rah, oh, you pull up on me. Man, let me talk, man. Let me talk.
You can't touch him in the
Nigga,
penitentiary.
if you talking, if you run up on me, I'm gonna blast your ass, and then you call the police, you's a bitch ass nigga.
Can I ask you a question?
You figure it out.
Let me ask you a question.
That's my principle. That's my principle. It's different principle. It's different principle.
Hold on, time out.
That's my principle.
There's only one way.
All right, hey, you figure it out.
That's making threats. Who's in a penitentiary?
I'm trying to.
He's not gonna go to jail and go to the penitentiary and stab the nigga or fight the nigga, so he can't touch him. Hold on, I'm trying to let me finish. Hold on, I'm trying to make a point. I'm trying to
play this shit his way. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it.
Right, and so the
He
man's
don't
in
know the
prison,
way.
and so he's not going to prison, and so the man's in prison making threats, talking about who's gonna fuck his mama, fuck his kids, fuck all this, fuck his wife.
I don't know.
And he said the only way I can get at this nigga, let me call down there and let them know that this nigga got a cell phone. And I'm gonna call down there and let them know that OG Snap got a cell phone. So this nigga want to make that death threats over through the motherfucking phone. I got you. I take your phone.
Hey, and then he recorded him calling and telling him.
Yeah, and he laughing.
He had no problem with that.
That's a bitch ass nigga.
Hey, you know what I mean? Shit.
Ain't no love in warfare, is it?
No, hell no.
That's not.
Ain't no.
Hey, you can look at this shit two ways.
Brady said he's strategic.
You know what I mean?
It was strategic.
Yeah. Ain't no. There is no fair.
Listen, if a man is threatening to kill me, and I know his location, and I have the threats, I almost listen. I got messages from family members. I almost took to the police.
My bad, Rhonda.
I got messages from family members. Almost took to the police, threatening to hurt me.
Was they in jail?
No.
All right,
I don't give
nigga.
a fuck.
So, hey, did you make threats towards them first?
No.
Did you make any threats towards them?
No, not at all.
All right, then what was a different thing? Nigga, motherfucker, you wasn't ready, nigga. Shit, don't play with them.
Ain't no love,
That's
man.
a terrible way to think.
The nigga played the game with a nigga.
Somebody already said Ron crazy on here.
Oh, Ron nuts.
Yeah, this nigga weird.
I ain't crazy.
Wow, boy, this nigga.
Like I said, why is the black community the only community that has to play the Wild Wild West?
Why do you think that's the only community when the Wild Wild West came from a narrative of white cowboys?
Well, I'm just saying that. Why
And
do
so you
we have to? All right. So what? No. See, that's not what I'm doing. I'm talking about the average typical Wild Wild West movie to where ain't no fucking structure, ain't no government, ain't no running.
We talking about reality.
Right.
There was an actual Wild Wild West. And you had white boys out here gunning, shooting, creating their own laws.
This sound like us right there. What you just said. Sound like you just said it.
What?
You just said exactly.
It wasn't black people. He said.
I know what he said, but
you referring to black because you saying the Wild Wild West and you saying well black people, but the Wild Wild West came from white people because black people was enslavement and that they couldn't even own or possess a gun or a horse or do anything.
So they done pass that shit on to us. That's all.
Well, this is what they did. This is what they did.
They passed it on to us. Now they legalize the guns. Every motherfucker.
Right.
Weed, everything.
This is what I feel like they did is that when they began to criminalize certain acts, they gave certain groups different jobs.
Laws.
That's just like the Italians run the police force. The Irish run the police force. These white motherfuckers run the fire department. When the movie Gang of New York, I don't know if you ever watched the movie Gang of New York?
I know Gang of New York like
Dog,
that. I gotta go check it out, man.
Those white people, those people that was conflicting, they held political positions, and that's why they was beefing, and that the mayors and the people in the politics was going to them trying to get votes, and so once the alcohol once prohibition was over and alcohol was legal, because niggas wasn't pushing alcohol, making alcohol back in the day when it was prohibition. That shit was illegal. In Dukes of Hazzard.
I was just saying.
You know what Dukes of Hazzard?
That why in our community?
I know you keep saying ours, and you keep trying to marginalize us like we the only one that shoot out here. When what you referencing us to comes from a white culture.
But we're talking
ain't no white gangs no more, is it?
We're talking about
they got Miller South. They got Miller Bloods. They got Miller.
But they bloods. Ain't no white motherfuckers created.
No,
bloods.
hold
on. Ain't no white motherfuckers created. I'm talking about a white gang where white motherfuckers created and they the only motherfuckers in there.
The gang
ain't no white gangs.
No, exactly. Well, the gang culture, as far as Crips and Bloods, is all tied to music. As far as you living in the neighborhood and you growing up around people, that culture is dead. And so, the new gang culture is what they do in music. And so that's why a white person who lives in Miller can say, I'm a Miller Blood. I'm a Miller, I'm a SPB, or whatever the fuck that they be saying. I'm a Miller South Blood.
That shit don't even count, bro. Like, for real.
But to who? Because to them, because it's some white motherfuckers out here that just ain't.
If you white and you talking about you on some blood shit, you a toss out. They ain't even studying you. You in the way. You know what I mean? Period.
Western might mean something, maybe. Might mean something.
I mean, shit. The
Benson
boys.
Means something to who? You know what it means something to?
What about the Benson mob?
It means something to the other white folks.
What about the Irish mob?
When they come through and kill a nigga.
Yeah.
That's what it means, son. When I don't give a fuck what he is. He come through and kill a Crip. You just killing a nigga.
Look,
the same thing that tricked us to do: kill each other.
Look,
and then they help sometimes.
And so that same way
they send that gang out the police.
They did not report when the 59-year-old black man got shot down here by the projects by 16-year-old white, 16-year-old individuals.
Brandy, I don't know.
What she say?
She said, "Where are we at? I don't know.
I don't know. What was we talking about? We was talking about something that
turned into Wild Wild West.
Oh man,
because you keep saying that black people, you keep referring black people to white people.
You talking about these stupid boy?
You keep referring the black community to white people behavior. The Wild Wild West didn't have nothing to do with niggas. If it's the wild, we created our own environment.
I understand that, but
you know what happened right
now? It wasn't with racist intent.
It wasn't. I didn't say it was with racist intent. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. But you didn't say the white people have the same intent. You want to talk about niggas and white niggas can kill and white niggas can shoot and white niggas can do this.
About a nigga telling the police.
No, you keep saying the Wild Wild West, and I'm telling you that the Wild Wild West was created by white people.
For sure.
That was lawless. And he keep asking how we get off point.
That's where it got off topic.
So you can't keep saying.
But I was giving an example. You can't make it sound like I'm praising white people or down in black
people.
No,
you are tying black people's behavior to an animalistic period of time that white people created.
Yes, sir.
We create our own.
Fuck the Wild Wild West. You just saying get rid of the Wild Wild West.
I'm just saying, why is it a problem with black people calling the cops? Like, why is that a thing?
I don't know why.
Because we held at a different standard.
Why? I'm a civilian.
Because of look at what we got.
Depending on what you talking.
I'm a fucking
look
civilian.
At our upbringing. Look at our upbringings. Like most of our family is in gangs or drug dealers and shit like that. You know what I mean? When we walk out our door, it's a motherfucker on the corner selling drugs.
Okay.
It's a motherfucker, you know what I mean, around here doing something. It's a motherfucker standing right here with a pistol. But if you stay out west, some motherfucker where you walk outside, you don't see nobody. You might see
all I'm
you might see
is
you talking
what you got, you doing
but
this.
Big Mama ain't got no gun. Just because Big Mama lived in the neighborhood that she grew up in since the 20s and 30s and the 40s, and that this neighborhood.
Don't talk that gangster shit, man. Hey. Don't talk to gangster shit and you calling the police.
She won't even feel safe going out way out on 108th and Maple.
Oh, no. She's safe right there.
And so because
Big Mama, everybody, it's hard to go some motherfucking way when you don't know nobody.
So that makes Big Mama a gang member?
We passed she just said Leland is right, but Anthony was just making an example. I don't know how we got there, but I was just making an example. I was just trying to speak on like why as black people can't we call the police?
You're referring to black people and you're talking about the Wild Wild West.
My example is don't be talking that you got guns and shit and get to calling police. Yeah. Don't talk gangster shit that you
don't want mama protected.
Don't talk that you got guns and you ready for whatever the fuck happens.
He can't touch
and then call them.
Jail.
Okay.
So he touched him the best way he knew how.
Well, that can go both ways too. Don't be talking shit to a motherfucker you know about the police.
It's the only way he can. Yeah. He couldn't touch him no other way. And so niggas know that talk shit and do weird shit anyway? And say you gonna kill me and kill my wife and fuck my daughter. I can't do nothing to you, nigga. Because if he was on the streets, if someone said that to you on the streets, say someone said that to you on the streets, how would you feel?
Shit.
I'd be ready if you. I'm ready the same way you said it on the phone, the way you said it in my goddamn face.
It depends.
But he can't meet the man face to face.
Okay.
So then you get him the best way you know how.
Niecy said, "Would you rather?" She being funny, but she said, "Would you rather?" He say, "Everyone is kung fu fighting." My sister, she being funny. Hey,
what's kung fu fighting though?
She talking about the cowboy. Me using the reference.
Hey, listen, I'm not Bruce Lee. And so when a motherfucker get talking about Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, and Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon, and the motherfucker say, well, what about the Shaolin monks? I say, well, we don't know nothing about no Shaolin monks. We know about Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon when he tell a motherfucker, kiss down and kiss my Converses. We don't know nothing about no Shaolin monks or no motherfucker doing some karate shit.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends and Caucasians. So, listen. This is the end of the show. This is the end of the show. You didn't want to feel racist, man. Everything.
This is no black racist.
We can't be.
We don't even give a fuck about it. Keep going.
This is the end of the show. The smartest dog people. LV the Great.
My bad, that's you. My
Quando Rondo. Anthony Dadu Johnson.
Great guest. Great guest.
Chirac in the building.
Part of the family. Always come back. Always.
This is the smartest dog people.
Niggas always on the show.
LV. Quando Rondo.
I ain't got no goals.
Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all Tuesday.